cooking with great cookware.
And we've got cookware.
Yes, absolutely.
Last day of 40% off.
Yes.
It's a busy Sunday.
Amazing.
Hi, friend.
Hi.
This is amazing. We're talking about a multi-pot in your kitchen that is made of stainless steel. Can I just say this?
Sure.
I'm going to use this word that sometimes is a positive or negative depending on how it's used.
Okay.
This pot looks expensive.
It does.
And that's a good thing if it's not expensive.
Right.
And that's what's happening here. You got an expensive looking pot for a very attractive price tag. This is $29.96. Does everything you've seen these multi-pots do.
Right.
But looks awfully good.
It does look good, David. And plus, so let's take a look at it in detail here. We've got riveted handles, so they're always going to stay tight here. We've got an impact bonded base there, which means not only are we going to get even heat conductivity, it's also induction ready. So if you have an induction burner, it's also very fancy with its insert that goes right in there. It's 4 quarts in capacity, which is a great capacity, and yet because it has that narrow profile, it can sit on your stovetop and not take up too much room. I think it's fantastic, and that stainless steel really does make it a special pot, which it is because it's going to be different from perhaps your set of cookware.
Well, and I just love it because, again, it has that look of that really aspirational cookware we see so much in the catalogs.
Without a doubt. It's the one pot you might leave on your stovetop.
Yes, because it looks so pretty.
Exactly.
But let's get past the looks for a moment, because the looks, okay, they're important. But then past that, all of the function. You're going to be able to do, how many eggs did you say here?
24.
24
so
eggs. How many hot dogs?
2 dozen eggs. 34 hot dogs.
That's enough for me or the whole neighborhood.
Look at that, 34 hot dogs. So you know how annoying that can be if you're trying to put them on the grill and you're trying to put them in a saucepan. They're all floating around here. They're all beautifully put in there. You put them in once, you blanch them all, you're done all at one time, which is fantastic.
You know those street vendors in New York that sell them in those vats of water?
Yes.
You know what they call those?
No.
Dirty water dogs.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah. I like these better. All right.
Here, 111 spears of asparagus.
111?
Otherwise known as asparagus.
That's what Mark Charles always
So look
says.
over here. If you look at this.
That's how much is in there?
All of this is how much. So it's
guys, come back and look at this.
It's about 4 bunches of asparagus.
Are you telling me this is what you got to fit in there?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh my word.
It's really quite something, and it's because, of course, this pot stems back generations when French chefs wanted a pot that was going to cook asparagus properly, because asparagus at the end here is thicker than up here. So you cook it down like this, so the water cooks this a little more, and then the steam cooks the rest of the spear.
And this is softer up top, yeah.
Right, so you pack it full, and then you cook beautiful asparagus that way. But not just asparagus, of course. We know how many other things it can do. Look at the corn on the cob. Perfect way to steam your corn. And you'll see I don't have a lot of water in there, just a little bit. But keep the corn upright allows you to do all the corn that you want, steaming it beautifully, right?
Hopefully you saved a lot of fresh summer corn this year.
Exactly. Now, when you're doing, entertaining this holiday, and you want to cook potatoes,
right?
But you already have a big pot of soup on the stove, and you already only have that one pot. This is the pot you use because you can put it on a smaller burner. It's still going to boil all that water, and yet you have a ton of potatoes in here. So look at all those beautiful potatoes ready to go, ready to mash, do whatever it is you need to do. It's so simple, right? So smart, but on top of it, so well made. Like the basket itself with the rolled edges on the top and the bottom, the mesh that is not just a cheap mesh, it's a nice mesh, the handle that allows you to lift it up without any problem. This is just a really well made, attractive pot, right?
Well,
you're going to hurt yourself.
Look how sturdy. Listen to how sturdy this is. Because of that impact bonded base, this can go right on an induction cooktop. If any of you have induction cooktops for your stove, or you have the new wave that we've sold on QVC, it will work on your induction. These are also super, super strong, durable pieces. They're stainless steel. This is a pot made to last, and that's one thing I love about it. I love that it looks great. I love that it looks expensive, but it's not expensive.
Right.
And I love also that we can do this for you today, just in time for a busy cooking season. You know what? I think once the weather started turning cooler, people started rediscovering their stove again after a long summer of grilling and whatnot. I saw so many of my friends posting fall food cooking pictures. My buddy Liz did some delicious short ribs yesterday, and she put some pictures up. #fall cooking.
And then,
Yeah, she'd made it in her Le Creuset, exactly.
I mean, look at all the beautiful clams that you can steam, the corn that you can steam.
And with that compound butter,
With the
delightful.
compound butter, the asparagus that you can do. And then, of course, David, you don't have to use the insert all the time. You can use just the pot itself if you wanted to have, just a pot of soup. 4 quarts of soup, right? That's a lot of soup. That feeds at least 8 people if you're not included.
And of course, once you make the creamy tomato soup, you have to make the grilled cheese to dip in it.
There you go, yes. And then here, you can use that steamer basket just to rinse berries if you want. You can just be a strainer of sorts. So,
Hey, how many of these gone now, Sean? 1,000 of these are gone, Meredith. So we're very, very busy with this item. Please stay on the line. It's customer top rated. Miss Meredith, before we let you go, how about a little trivia?
oh, why not?
Alrighty then. All right, we're making my apple pear brown Betty today.
Yes.
So your question has to do with pears.
Yes, I had one this morning.
What area in the USA has the best conditions for growing pears? Is it the Northeast, the Northwest, the Southwest, or the Southeast?
I'm going northwest.
Northwest is correct.
Thank you very
The
much.
Northwest is the ideal place to grow pears due to their